watching an interview with Dann Huff the other day, and he talked about his double chorus technique, so I kind of wanted to just discuss that in this video quickly, because we got basically all of the tools that we need, which is what I wanted to get into today, to dial in some pretty cool 80s sort of session stuff. I'm sure Leon Todd will have done a video on this before as well. Each update and stuff like that, we get some interesting things which I think can really add to this. These videos are brought to you by G66 UK, which is your place to get the Fractal FM3, which I'm using here, FM9 and Axefx 3, as well as the Fractal VP4. So, this is kind of where I thought I might start with this. Now, compressors that you could use instead, we do now have the Rock Guy compressor, which is based on the Rockman, and that might actually be an even better choice for this, but I'm not using an amp or cab. What I am using is an EQ here, which is kind of shaving off the low end and then boosting the highs a bit, so you're getting that. Okay, that goes into 2290 with modulation, which is fairly self-explanatory. That goes into the multi-tap delay. Now, there's two particular presets on here that are very Lukather focused, the PCM Circular and PCM Pan, which he used to use on his Lexicon. I think he now has various pedals on a pedal board instead, but those two are our kind of go-tos in Fractal land if we want to get into this Landau, Lukather, Dann Huff type territory, like lots of delays, Lexicon style. Okay, then the meat and potatoes of what we're doing here, the Dimension would have been one of the pedals that Dann Huff says that he uses all the time. And this is kind of the double chorus part of it. So we're just using the Dimension 3, which I think is the most chorus out of those three options, essentially how that works. So just stock settings. And then into a stereo tri-chorus. Which again, I've just got in standard settings. I'm running them there in series because you get kind of more chorus that way, essentially, right? And that's really all it's taking to get us into some pretty nice 80s territory. We've got the Plex verb as well, because that's just a beautiful. But these choruses are really doing a lot to warm up that kind of clean. That's nice. But yeah, so I might also just have that as a direct sound without copy scene 7 to 8. And so a really simple kind of 80s inspired preset that is going to sit. in a very sort of overproduced sort of way. Then I've got kind of these other factors, parts of the preset which are using kind of more traditional So plexi jumped here into a 4x12. EQ then is just scooping out a little bit of the mids, and then we're getting rid of that chorus because I think the chorus kind of closes off the drive tones a little bit. Turning off the drive. And then a lead, I'm using the Bogner XC emulation Euro Red, and same cab, bringing in a high cut here, but this can get us kind of into that Lukather. Now if you wanted to get really fruity with it, turn on both choruses. Okay, then the edge with chorus. Crystal circular, a very Lukather. Crystal pan, and then our direct again. So that's basically some very 80s inspired sounds that you might dig, you might hate them, but that's kind of what I wanted to do today's video on, just that simple Dann Huff double chorus trick. And also show you that great palette of tones for just wonderful inspired 80s stuff. I'll catch you in another video soon. I'll drop that into the Gumroad folder if you're interested in checking that out. You can grab all of my presets for a £5. Catch you in another video soon. Cheers.